Hi, I'm Stefanie Wainwright. I'm a wife, a mom, a business owner, and my life is chaotic all the time. So I created this podcast to help you find the funny, the good, while navigating through the chaos. This is Chaotic Compass Podcast.
Okay, Chaotic Compass. Stephanie, what is up? Solo again. Solo all the time. It's fine. I'm tired. I finally get a few minutes and I'm just like ready to just take a nap or just crash and like not wake up until the next morning. I don't know, whatever. So I'm pushing through. We're pushing through. I'm not saying that I'm bored or anything. I'm just completely mentally exhausted. So I'm really struggling with getting into our new groove. I don't know if you've ever like had these major life changes and you're trying to figure it out, like starting a new job. Okay. For instance, I know this just shows you how old I am. All right. So back in 2014, I was working this job at a landscaping company. It was right after I had quit working in real estate because I was going through a divorce and commission was not going to work. And so I finally got like a real job that was actually a paycheck every week. Well, every 2 weeks. But this job was over 45 minutes away. And I had to figure out how I was going to get my kids to where they needed to go and then get to work on time. And that was hard. And I had to be to work at like 7. I mean, so it was like 7 to 3:30. But it was still like 7 a.m. That's a really, with two, I mean, they were bitty at that point. That was 2014. So Kylie was 6. I think she was just rounding out kindergarten when we had started it. And Liam was little, like bitty, still in diapers. So that was exhausting. But trying to get out the door with 2 tiny children when you don't even want to be out the door. And my daughter has been dramatic since the day she was born, and it was always a fight about what she was going to wear. Eventually I just like, fuck it, wear your rain boots and it's 100 degrees out. I don't care. Fuck it, I'm not arguing with you. Go ahead and wear that sweater and it's gonna be 85 today. Go ahead, wear that sweater. See if you regret it by the time I pick you up. It's cool. So changes changes. Little karaoke for you guys. Have you ever been in that moment where it's like, okay, these are big life changes, and you're at that point where it's like, okay, I'm kind of regretting it, but you got to keep pushing through because you know it's for the better. The changes in my life, I don't really have a say. Like, I know it's for the better, so I'm just trying to adjust and not kill my liver at the same point. Speaking of that, I don't even have time to go to my favorite places. Like, not even around the corner to our local little market. I don't have time to go to my favorite place, Early Birds. I haven't seen those guys. They literally had like a cider thing the other weekend. It was like a Friday night. They had like a cool plate, like people coming in, and I didn't, like, I swear to God, like, I cannot get it together. And hopefully eventually you'll make it through this. But I am drinking one of my faves tonight with a little something. So vodka, tonic, lemon juice with a couple little strawberries on top. Getting a little bougie up in here. So good. You guys, how do you adjust to change? How do you adjust it? And it's not like a little change. It's major change. We've got 4 tiny humans now. And I've got tiny humans every morning and tiny humans every afternoon. Just crazy. Every morning it's either, so Monday and Tuesday morning, Gary and I are getting dropped off. And then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday morning, we have them. No, that's a lie. Take it back. Rewind. Every other Monday, they either get dropped off or they're here. Tuesday and Wednesday mornings, they're getting dropped off. Thursday and Friday mornings, they're here. Every day they're getting off the bus, they're coming here. And it depends on what day it is. Monday, Tuesday, they're getting picked up, or Wednesday and Thursday, they're here, and every other Friday, they're getting picked up. So this week, yeah, it's Thursday, and I'm burnt, like crispy chicken nugget over here, and I'm trying to figure out, because we got the kids this weekend, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to make it through Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, back to Monday. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to make it through. Where do I pull that energy from? Where do I summon some kind of, do some like voodoo dance and like get the Holy Spirit up in here? Holy Spirit activate. How do I do that? How do I get that motivation to push through? Because all I want to do is want to crawl. I want to cry. No, I mean that too, but I'll crawl up in my bed and just sleep. I'm just exhausted, and I'm having a hell of a time adjusting. And I had a talk with my daughter this morning, and so she's feeling it too. She's having a hard time adjusting to having all the kids some of the days. And so, like this morning, it was all the kids. And so she's the first one up. And she's like, by the time I get going, everybody else is up. Like, why are you awake? I have to be out of the house by 6:45, 6:50. Why are you awake? Like, I understand Gary because he's the next one, but the rest of you don't have to be on the bus till 8:30, 8:45. So why are you even here? Like, why are you awake? You could sleep in. If I had the choice to sleep in, I totally would, but nobody's sleeping in and she's pissed off. She's literally me in the morning. She's just aggravated by like the sight of people like, good morning. And everybody's like, like, good morning. Ugh, don't look at me. Like, I feel like, a old wretched hag. Like, don't look at me until I get a sip of coffee. And then it goes bippity boppity boopity. And I'm okay. Maybe. Like I had gone to the chiropractor on Tuesday. I got a new chiropractor. Shout out to Dr. Eric with Achieve Chiropractic in Newport News, Virginia. So check out his YouTube. So he has like a torture chamber, apparently. I'm looking for a better chiropractor. I'm not looking for a snap, crackle, pop guy. I'm looking for somebody that's going to look at what I've got going on and kind of get in there between my neck and my lower back. Like, come on. And so I went there. I promise that there's a point to this, okay? So getting back to the decrepit. Went and saw him on Tuesday. He got in there with like all of his like whatever, I don't even know. I could make some weird sound effect for the podcast people. Like, it's fine. Got all like the weird stuff up in my neck and on my lower back, and I was feeling great when I walked out of there. I was like, oh man, wow, that's crazy, because he really got in some places that I didn't even know hurt. And now yesterday, because today's Thursday, so I saw him on Tuesday. Yesterday, in the middle of the night, Tuesday night, I was starting to get slower and slower. Tuesday, in the middle of the night, I couldn't sleep. I think I got like 4 hours of sleep Tuesday night. And so yesterday, Wednesday, I'm moving. Like I barely got out of bed. I'm moving slow. Like, oh God, this is horrible. This was the worst decision of my life. I will never go back to him. Oh my God. My lower back is like, I fucking hate you. And so I could barely move my I could barely move my right leg. And so, because that's the side that's really messed up. And so I'm kind of gimping and I can't fully turn my head all the way. And so that's fun. By the time because I had all the kids Wednesday night, every single kid is up in this house on Wednesdays. I was done. I've been in pain all day. I didn't sleep for shit. I'm fucking annoyed. At that point, I just need to go to bed. I'm literally a toddler that didn't get a nap. That was me. And so let's just take a sip to toddlers that don't get naps. I feel you. So I'm done. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed by everybody and everything. Like, don't look at me. Like, you're fucking annoying me. And I'm like, okay, all right, let me just get some sleep. I'm all decrepit. I'm like, eh. So I wake up this morning. I'm feeling better, but not great. And so, but today after school, I realized when the kids got out of school, I realized it wasn't just yesterday. It wasn't just me being annoyed. Like, this is the thing. And my daughter's noticing these things too. On her way to school, and she brought it all up. She was like, Gary talks a lot. He just says the most random things, and it just annoys me. Hi, Kawi. That's not my name. You're not 4. Like, my name is Kylie. Like, what the hell is your problem? And I've noticed as soon as he'll walk in the door, he just talks. Just to talk. I don't know. Maybe it's a, almost 12-year-old thing. He's 11. And so, when he plays on Fortnite, oh man, I was so close to that win. And if I could have just, done this, this, and this, and this. And I was like, bro, you lost. Suck it up. Move on. Either play another round, shut the fuck up, or turn it off and shut the fuck up. Either way, shut the fuck up. I have to walk away or completely ignore him because it's like, oh my God, stop talking about all the different things you're doing and it. Like, just play the game. You don't have to give me a Madden play-by-play of each thing that you're doing in Fortnite. It's cool. It's fine. But that happened today. So that's happening, like when he got off the bus today, I was like, oh my God, shut the fuck up. Oh my God, shut the fuck up. I have to walk away. I'm trying to find things to do, while trying to keep an eye on them. And it's like, okay, you're still not shutting the fuck up. And I'm not even in the room. You're literally talking to yourself. You're talking to yourself at this point. Yeah, my husband texts on the way home, hey, do you need anything? I was like, extra strength duct tape for Gary's mouth. He's like, oh, you're so funny. I'm like, I'm fucking serious. But okay. Like, it's a thing. We need to talk about this. Like, how do we... I don't want to kill the kids' spirits at the same point. I need some fucking sanity. I need some peace and quiet in this fucking house. Like, you talk way too much. You talk about everything. You talk about anything and everything. You don't even know what you're talking about sometimes. Like, you butt into conversations. It's like, shut your mouth. My daughter's had enough. My daughter is about to kill him. And that's why we kind of split the days up. So it's like, I have my 2 kids, a break, all the kids, his 2 kids, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday it alternates. And so, and that was Kylie's idea, because she's like, I know it's going to be a thing. I need to get adjusted to being with them. I don't get to adjust. There is no adjustment period for me. This is my adjustment period. I'm living in my adjustment period. I'm trying to figure out, okay, so where does the sanity go to live? How do I go and pluck that from the tree and get some more so I can eat the sanity fruit to get me to next week? I'm depleted. It's Thursday and I've got a whole weekend of children. All 4 children. Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. So I know already going into this weekend. And this is kind of one of those things where you're like, okay, if you think it, then it's going to happen. If I'm already kind of plucked thin, my daughter was plucked thin this morning, it's more than likely going to be a rough weekend by the time we get to Sunday, maybe Saturday afternoon. And we've got a big weekend this weekend too. Like, I'm trying to go to, because we've never been to a high school football game. I think that would be really cool. Like, my hometown is playing the high school that Gary, Isla, and Liam would go to. They're playing each other tomorrow night. I think that would be really cool to be able to see a high school football game. Liam is in it for the snacks. Gary probably won't know who is who and just be like, what color are we rooting for? Isla's going to be there for the cheerleaders. Kylie will probably try to find somebody she knows. I'm just there because we're going to be going to my hometown because it's an away game for the high school that the kids would go to. It's an away game. And so we get to go to where I used to do band competitions and Friday Night Lights. That was me. That was every Friday my senior year. And so it'd be cool. But it's going to be exhausting. It's going to be a long night, to get the kids fed. Well, get them off the bus, get the kids fed dinner, hop in the car, go to my hometown, watch the football game, and it probably won't end until 9:30, maybe 10, and then be back here. And some of them need to do showers, and so it'll be a long night. So hopefully we might be able to get to sleep in on Saturday. Little do my kids know, they are going to be cleaning the bathroom, and so that's cool. We started chores, like implementing chores, so that's pretty cool. I'll get back to that, but we're busy weekend. And then Isla got invited to a kid in her class who's a twin's birthday party. And we know kind of round about the kid's dad. So, but we just didn't want to show up with 4 kids. We didn't want to show up with a party of 6. So Ryan's going to take Isla over there to the birthday party she was invited to. So, and kind of scope out and see if we can bring the rest of the kids. Otherwise, it's just going to be me and 3 children. So it should be okay. But Sunday, I kind of hope we can do a low key day because I need to sip my cup of coffee and watch the Sunday morning show and low key not give a fuck about what we have to do next. And I'm trying to implement that because that's a whole thing that these kids do, especially Gary and Isla. They have to know what's next. They need to know what's next. They gotta know what we're doing and make sure that it's something big. And if we're not doing anything big, then they start picking at each other and fucking with each other. And so it's like, oh my God. So we're adjusting to change. We're adjusting the change. So I'm just trying to figure out how we're going to get through this weekend. It's a big weekend. And, but what changes this week, I have implemented chores for the kids. So child labor is in full effect around here, which I think it's going okay. I think that's the one thing that I'm kind of proud of myself for implementing. One, it gives them something to focus on when they get home. And then 2, it's helping me out to keep up with all of the things that are around the house. So that's pretty cool. Between, doing their own laundry, cleaning the fish tanks, they're going to clean the bathrooms Saturday, taking out the trash, doing the dishes. It's not like I don't need you to scrub the trim around the the floorboards or something. Yeah, I'm not being crazy, but I think it's going to help me not have to worry about all of the things and getting it done and being able to have all of that done to be able to enjoy. It's going to make all of the kids see, hey, there's things we have to do to be able to do things that are fun. So, me trying to keep straight of whose chores who, that's been cool. But I implemented we've got a new entryway with all the backpacks and stuff, and so I've got that kind of organized over there. I'm going to post pictures soon with a cool blog to show you that something that my husband I talked about the other week with something I had in my brain, and it's really helped out with keeping everything right there together. And the kids have really been okay. So what's for lunch tomorrow? Do I need to pack? What's for dinner tomorrow? What's my chore for today? It's all right there in one central location. Put my backpack, put my coat, put my shoes. It's all right there. So I don't have to worry about all the shit being everywhere. Well, where's your backpack? Where's your lunchbox? Where's your umbrella? It's all right there. So, side note, I got these fucking umbrellas thinking, okay, so they're for rain. So I send them with kids one day because it was supposed to rain that day. When they got off the bus, it was hot as fuck, and rain wasn't supposed to show up until like 6 o'clock that night. But whatever. They've got them now in case it starts to pour down rain. And Gary gets out the bus and he's using his fucking umbrella. It's sunny as shit out. It's like 92 degrees outside, no rain in sight. He gets it. I'm like, what the hell, man? He's like, yeah, I got this life hack. I got this life hack. It's I put my umbrella out, and so totally protected by the sun. His umbrella's black. Like, what the? Okay, man. And then apparently the next morning, because Ryan does morning shift and I do afternoon shift, and so he was getting Isla and Liam on the bus, and they're waiting for the bus, and so they're using their umbrellas as like parachutes and a drag race. So that's what the use of the umbrellas has been for so far. So that's so cool. Like, I'm glad they're getting great use. What the fuck? So there's that. This week has been a hell of a week. There was one point I literally had it was yesterday. No. It was Tuesday night. I don't know. Everything is blurring together. I don't even know what day it is. Okay, so Tuesday night, I literally had Gary and Alice's mom had come to pick them up, and it was like one of those moments of I shut the door and it was like it's quiet. I'm gonna drink a drink in silence, and I don't have to hide. It was nice, but no, there was like okay. So when Gary and Ala, this you'll get a kick out of this because I told my husband this on date night on Tuesday, and he laughed really hard. So I want to share. So Gary and Ala's mom had come. They were coming to. She was coming to pick them up, and I was like, hey guys, go ahead and go get your stuff together, and Gary had to pee, and so I was picking up some stuff out of the cubbies and making sure it got into their backpacks, and I had bent over and Gary had come up behind me and he was like, oh hey mom. I was like, oh nope, not mom, not real mom. And so he came out the door and he was like, oh hey real mom, to his mom. And I was like, oh god. I was like, yeah, he had come up behind me and he thought I was you. Apparently, we look the same from behind. To the woman that hasn't said 2 words to me in 7 years. So that was just one of those moments where you're just like, ooh, this is just gold. Just gold. You're just trying to, I'm not even trying to be a friend. I'm just trying to be in existence. And so I'm paving the road with, here's a brick that now says we look the same from behind. So that might be Ryan's thing is, okay. So just what the fuck? What the fuck is my problem? What is my problem? The same thing with the chiropractor on Tuesday. He was like, when I'm leaving, he's like, yeah, I'm just an arsenal. Like, I'm a facilitator. You've got to do the work. Here's the exercises you need to do the work. I'm going to see you once a week. You have to do the work too. I can't do it all for you. I'm not the, be all to fix all. And I'm like, oh, cool. So you're like a tool. I called my chiropractor a tool. So now I can't show my face in there again. I thought I was a one and done deal. Thank you. You're a one-hit wonder now. Yeah. What is my problem? Why? Apparently, I used to be really good at socializing, but apparently, since COVID, I'm just retarded. Retarded thing I could ever say that makes you want to not be around me. It's so cool. I'm so awesome. You should be my friend. And it's like, if you find that funny, then yeah, definitely we can be friends. But if you're offended by it, fuck off. What is going on? I tell you what's going on. Stefanie has got 4 kids in 3 different schools, 2 businesses she's trying to run with 2 different bus routes, a walker and a partridge and a pear tree. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. There's no guide. There's no operation manual on how to operate on a daily basis in my body. I don't even know what body, whose body is this? What is this body? It's full of alcohol and sarcasm. So that's my bitch for the week. That is it. I'm trying to figure out how to exist and to cope with change. It's a copious amount of change. I'm trying to cope with the copious amount of change. Do you see that? Do you see that? That's so good. That's a good one. Yeah. If you find this funny, we're friends. If you're offended by it, just don't make a bad review or anything. Just move on. Just don't tell anybody about me. Just move on. But if you find me funny, we're besties now. So I appreciate you listening to me. So that's going to do it for this week. Thanks for being my friend and showing back up every week to listen to me bitch and sip. Another one week. What the fuck? I swear to God. This is literally what I want to do. I want to sit in front of this mic and I want to talk, but apparently I can't even make real words. I can make words, but I can't make, comprehensive sentences, put words together in a row that make sense. that's going to do it. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. You guys are the best. It's the reason why I do what I do. Because if it wasn't for you tuning in and listening to me bitch and sip, I would still do it. I just wouldn't post it. I think I would probably just record shit and just, have it like a video diary or something, an audio diary. And then like compile it together and send it to like nobody that cared. I'm really selling myself. Can't you tell? I'm really selling it. Like, I'm really good at selling myself, obviously. So I'm really great at it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a great night.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate all of your love and support. If you really loved today's episode, you should subscribe. And if you subscribe, then you get notifications of when my next episode launches. So another way to be super awesome would be to leave a rating and review or recommend it to your friends and family. If you're wicked awesome, you've already done all three. Another way to keep up with me and my crazy family is check out my website at chaoticcompass.com, and I do blog and other stuff there. So I appreciate everything for you guys. I do this for you, so keep it up, because the more you subscribe, the more I do.